I get asked literally all the time, how come you guys can get results and bathroom leads for bathroom companies when we've tried so many other agencies and no one's been able to get us a result? There's quite a few reasons for that, and in today's video, I'm literally gonna show you, I'm gonna break down the entire process for you. I don't care if you wanna copy it because I've executed it very well, which if you're watching this video, you already know that I've executed it very well. You've seen all my other videos, but I wanted to go into real detail about how it works and explain why it hasn't worked for you, because I believe it's important to understand how marketing and even sales works for your business, especially for a bathroom company. The main reason is you've probably hired an agency and they have sold you Facebook ads. And with Facebook ads, people are not on Facebook to buy a bathroom renovation. Who knew, right? They are on Facebook and Instagram to get entertained. But unfortunately, there are ads on Facebook and Instagram. That's how they make money. This person who's potentially could get a bathroom, yes, they are a homeowner, because you probably have gotten leads, right? So yes, they are a homeowner. Yes, they could get a bathroom renovation, but they're not quite keen. And that's why when you call these leads, they don't answer, they don't really care, they're not interested. It's because they're not actively in that buying cycle yet. What you'll find about my system is we are targeting the people that are actively keen to buy right now, as opposed to people that are not actively keen to buy right now. That's why, you've gone through all these Facebook offers, they've all told you that they're different, and yes, we can get results. I know you haven't been able to get results with your agency, but we're different because of 100 million reasons why. It's not true. You need, for Facebook to work, you can actually get it to work, but you need this system first, which I'll show you. And you need to have a good brand. You need to have a really solid sales process. So I'll go into the sales process later, but it is vitally important that you have a good sales process. If you don't have a good sales process, it will just never work because people aren't so keen. But if you know how to sell to people that are less keen, as opposed to the ones that are keen right now and ready to give you 30K, then you will make an excellent salesperson. You will make an excellent company because you know how to sell. That's the whole point of this, knowing how to sell. So let's go through it. Why people work with us in the first place? You already know, you've seen our videos. Like we get cash results. We don't just get leads for the sake of getting leads and to show you how good we are. We just get results. Like we track revenue for all of these clients. Look how many literally millions of dollars we've generated for all of our clients. This isn't even all of them. These are just the results that I quickly put together before this presentation and this video that my team wanted me to record. Like this isn't even all of it, this is just some of it, but just look at the results. Like we track revenue and we show you how we get a result and we actually attribute everything so we know what's getting us the results. So that's step one, we get the results. Next, there's quite a few things that are essential when you're marketing a bathroom company, and I think the main thing that you need to understand is when I have people book in with me, they come to me, they say they want bathroom leads, and then I look you up online and you just don't exist. So either you don't exist at all, or whatever there is of you that does exist, it doesn't look very professional and it doesn't look very good. What does it mean to a customer who wants to spend 20, 30, 50K, 60K, even 100K with you, and you don't look good? Like the main reason that people don't buy is because they either don't see the value or they don't trust you. If you don't have either of those two things, they will not buy. So when people come to me and they don't have a good online presentation, you're already not going to get as many leads just because of that. But even worse, the leads you do get, you're not going to close as many. So let's go through it. Let's see what we need in order to actually scale a renovation business. So chances are right now, you're probably structured in terms of delivery, so you can actually complete a bathroom renovation or any renovation for that matter. You probably have, hopefully you have, strong testimonials as proof. So you've got Google reviews by now, or at least you should. If you don't, make it and ask all your previous clients for a review. And next, this is very important. This is something I actually don't see very often at all, and this is actually quite shameful. You should have good photos of your work, photos and videos. When you have photos and videos, life just becomes so much easier because you'll see once you put that online, you're gonna get a lot more leads and you're gonna close a lot more. Next, what you're missing, so this is what you have, this is what you're missing, and this is what you need in order to scale, is you need consistent leads coming in, not just leads in general, but you need them daily. If you can get 1 to 2 good leads a day, you're golden. That makes it really easy to scale because that means you're selling more than what you have capacity for. That's the position you want to be in. Next, you don't have consistent sales and closed jobs, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. And then it's not the most important thing, but it is the most important thing, is trust and visibility, 1, and then 2, getting in front of the right customers at the right time. That is super important, and we'll show you exactly what you need to do for that. That's what you're missing. What you actually need is, instead of Facebook ads, because like I said, people aren't on Facebook to actually buy a bathroom, right? They're on Facebook to get entertained. You need Google ads. Google ads, quite simply, when they look for a bathroom renovation and they need someone because they don't know someone, they look on Google. So they go on Google, they look up bathroom renovator near me and click on the ads. As you can see here, here's 3 ads right now. These are 3 bathroom companies competing for that click. That's what you need. And I'll tell you, like, Google ads is not competitive whatsoever. It is just not competitive compared to plumbing, electrical, all the other trades. This is probably the least competitive thing. It is actually very, extremely cheap to advertise in comparison. Like, for plumbing and all that, like, we can spend hundreds of dollars just for a lead, whereas this, the clicks are so much cheaper and it's less competitive. Like I mentioned before, it's so easy. So you need Google ads and you need strong imagery. Tying back to the imagery, if you don't have good imagery, it's going to make it a lot harder for you to actually advertise your business. We're going to have to get photos from somewhere else, and then people can tell that you've done that. So it's not a really good idea. You want to have really, really, really nice photos of the work that you do. Next, we need a funnel that sells you first. So a funnel, you're probably going to be confused, like, what is that? It's a system. You need a system to get someone from inquiring to actually get them booked in. So you need a good landing page, which for argument's sake, you can just call a website. And then we have a whole funnel system. It's a whole intricate system that we set up, something you can set up too, from getting that person from initial inquiry and then to actually booking them in. That's what you want to do. Next, you need a CRM system. So you need a system that can track your leads' progress, because you already know your leads don't get sold overnight. It takes days, weeks, months, even to get a person from initial inquiry, either they called or filled in a form, to actually getting them closed. So you need to track every stage of the pipeline of where this person is at, so you can constantly make sure the sales cycle is running along smoothly, so that you can make sure you are closing these jobs. And all of that in place is going to equal more closed jobs. So how do we do that? Simple. Here is the funnel that we need. All of this put together is going to equal to 5 closed jobs. Now, for argument's sake, I'm just going to use $4,000 as ad spend for now, but you can absolutely use more. The more ad spend that you use, the more, obviously, more leads you're going to get and the more closed jobs you're going to get. If you're not spending $4,000 a month on Google ads, don't waste your time. It's not worth it for you right now. First step of any funnel, I'm going to call it a funnel from now on, but you know it's a system. It is to get attention. Without getting attention, you are getting nothing. We need attention. Now, usually I have this filled up with lots of things: Facebook ads, Google ads, SEO, flyers, whatever, but we're just starting out. We need some bathroom jobs. We'll start with Google ads. Next, we need to get their contact details. So this is going to come down to the website, which is going to look really nice. And in our case, it's a landing page. So right here, put my coffee away, have this in my lap. Now we have our landing page. This is the page that's going to convince them to use us over someone else, over your competitors. You can even have people call straight from the Google ad, but for now, we want most people to go to the landing page. What we're going to do is compile other things on this page to make it look sexier to use us over someone else. So that'll come down to free consultations. I know I don't usually like using the word free, but if you're just starting out, it's a good word because you want to get people through the door to start with. Next, discounted price for the month of X. So you can either have a discounted price, 5, 10% off, $1,000 off, whatever, or you can give away stuff for free. Next, we want to show off reviews. Reviews are going to be your knight in shining armor almost. The more reviews you have, the more leads you're going to get. It's that simple. Get more reviews. You'll thank me later. It's a no-brainer. Next, we want gallery of the best photos ready to fire. So you want to have really nice photos. Now, don't just take photos on your phone and expect it to be okay. You want photos from a photographer because a photographer knows how to make it look better. So photography photos, yes, you're going to have to spend money on it, but they will look 100 million times better than you just trying to take it on your phone. Next, we have a survey to confirm their intent. Yes, you can just do name, phone number, zip code, and message, 4 things on a form, but it won't work as well as a survey. A survey can help you disqualify people that are not going to buy your thing anyway. So forget about the form, use the survey instead. Next, we need to qualify the customers. So this is when you have to get on the phone and call your leads as quickly as possible. And if you can call your leads as quickly as possible, you will make more money. Quite simply, this is literally an MIT study on this, showed that if you can call your leads within 5 minutes, you will just close more deals just naturally. So call the lead within 5 minutes, follow it up with a text message, set up an email. So this is stuff that we can automate inside of our marketing system. You want to check if they have any existing designs, because if they do, they're going to be hotter. You want to send them emails, and you want to have an option to book online via the calendar. Now, this is good because, again, it's showing someone that is more high intent than someone that is lower intent. So if we start out with Google Ads, we want to aim for 20 inquiries for the first month. Obviously, it gets better over time, but we want to aim for 20 inquiries. Next, book in the site visit and do your sales process. This is super important. And what I like to call this step is don't act like a McDonald's worker. You want to act like a salesperson. Now, a lot of you have said to me, oh, I don't want to be a salesperson. They're sleazy, they're whatever. My friend, you are in business. You are a salesperson. Whether you like it or not, your job is to sell. And so act like a salesperson. We got 20 inquiries. Now we need to convert 50% of them into site bookings. Now, because we're on Google Ads, no, we're not going to be only getting 5% of leads to a site visit like you do with Facebook. We're going to be getting a lot more because these are people ready to book. So if we convert 50 of them into site visits, that means we got 10 bookings. So someone has it, you have determined that they are actually interested. You want to explore the reason they're reaching out. Now, this is super important. You don't want to just assume they're reaching out and ready to buy. You want to figure out the real reason, because you might find, oh, maybe they're buying a house and they don't have it yet. Maybe they don't want to go through it right now. They don't have the finance, whatever. So confirm the intent. Ask qualifying questions. You should be recording your sales calls. If you're not recording your sales calls, it's going to make it a lot harder for you to sell if you don't know what's going wrong and you don't know what's going right. Confirm the timeline and urgency. This is super important because some people don't do this. And then you go to a person's house, you do all that work, and they're like, oh, I don't need it done for 3 months. So they're not going to accept your quote. Next, you want to understand the decision-making process. Now, a lot of people have partners, they've got wives, husbands, whatever. You want to make sure that they're both home, because when you're trying to get a job over the line, you need to convince all parties. So if you go there and only the wife is home and not the husband, the real decision maker, it's not going to work. You need to make everyone happy. So make sure they're all home. Next, you want to send through your design quotes. So 100% of these should be sent as design quotes. You shouldn't be doing site visits for people that are not ready to buy right now. So you should have qualified them correctly. So what that's going to do is, yes, you're going to send them a design quote. You're going to send them case studies, so jobs that you've done already, walk through the process. You're going to send them free video content educating them about the process. And the reason you want to do this is because people have no idea how a bathroom renovation works or how much it costs. And guess what? No one does this. So if you do this, people are going to see your service as more valuable, therefore they're going to pay more. Send them some video testimonials. I cannot stress this enough. If you have video testimonials for your company, you will perform a lot better. Plain and simple. Record testimonials. Yes, get your Google reviews, but get the camera out, record your client saying how happy they are with the bathroom that you made or kitchen, whatever, and send it to other people to show them and build that trust. You can also have a video sales letter. So this is something, again, similar to the free video content, explaining them how the process works. Hey, we've just done a site visit at your house. This means now we're going to do X, Y, Z. The next steps are A, B, C, that sort of thing. So you're going to educate your customer and they're going to trust you more. The thing is, even once you sell the job, these people have to work with you for like a month. To have someone in your space for a month, you need to trust that person. If you don't trust that person, they're never going to buy from you regardless. So even if you do the best job, it could literally come down as simply as they just don't trust you, and that's why they don't give you the money. Quite simple. Once that's done, you want to close the deal and book the job. We should close 50% of those site bookings, meaning we have 5 closed jobs for the month. From that math, it costs us $800 or so, $900 to close a 20 plus K job. So now you have 5 bathroom jobs from a 4K investment. That is how the system works. That is how we're able to get results from start to finish. If you're a bathroom renovation company or any type of renovation company, this works for all of you, and you want to get results, you need more leads right now, you know what to do. Click the link below, book on a call with me directly to show you exactly what we can do for your business.